So there was a Unite the Right rally that happened this weekend. Now, it's supposed to be a big gathering of the far right. Last year, I believe this was the gathering where you had a white supremacist kill Heather Heyer with a car. There was, one of those incidents that it is terrorism, but it probably will not be referred to as terrorism, and they won't charge the guy with terrorism. I mean, I think they charge him with murder, which, hey, good, but, I mean, it is also literally terrorism by the textbook definition of it. It's violence for political or religious reason. Now, to be fair, I don't know if this picture is actually from the Unite the Right rally, the first one. It might be, it might not be. I really don't know. But the guy who organized it said, oh, we don't want any neo-Nazis here. And then, like, half the people who showed up were neo-Nazis. Okay, but it's actually, let me give you more information on it because it is hilarious. So here's what happened this year. Neo-Nazi website Daily Stormer confesses, quote, I don't even know what went wrong with pathetic Unite the Right rally. The neo-Nazi site The Daily Stormer has no idea what happened to the so-called Unite the Right rally that turned into more of a fascist garden party. The site did a live blog with videos from major news outlets and feeds ready for the drama to unfold. However, it fizzled out before the event was even scheduled to begin. At 3:30 p.m., the site indicated for the first time that the total count of Unite the Right marches appears to be between 20 and 25, including 2 women and a black guy. It is unclear who the black guy was, but the site celebrated rally organizer Jason Kessler for hiring a Negro MC. This isn't even a based black guy in a MAGA hat. He appears to be a professional MC who was hired for the event. Most of the speakers are colored people. The site wrote at 4:34 p.m. Timestamped here is a colored man, some kind of Latinx, who is based in a MAGA hat, handing off to the Negro MC who is clearly running the event. I don't know what is going on. Okay, so to be fair to them, I mean, it was supposed to be, I mean, I guess it's portrayed by the media as, oh, this is a gathering of neo-Nazis, full stop. It turns out like half of them were neo-Nazis, half of them weren't. But of the half that weren't, apparently there were some minorities. So the far right is getting in on this whole tokenism idea where it's like, oh, if we just put a black guy up there or a Latino guy up there, hey, maybe it'll throw everybody off our scent that we're racist. I don't know about that, dude. I don't know about that. Because, yeah, like half of them were neo-Nazis. And, again, last year was they were protesting the pulling down of a Confederate monument, and there were chants of Jews will not replace us and white lives matter. And it was, the Richard Spencer thing. And the best part of this is they were way, way outnumbered by counter-protesters. And I think that's the way it should be. You should allow them to do their protest. And people were making a big stink because, oh my God, there was like a police presence protecting this Unite the Right thing. But, I mean, when you have free speech, yes, you're going to need protections for people who are saying really odious, terrible things. I mean, that's the way Westboro Baptist Church goes to, the funeral of gay soldiers and says God hates fags. There's nothing grosser than that. But that in a country that has freedom of speech, yes, you have the police are supposed to protect rule of law, and they have the right to say those things. So yeah, you're going to have a police presence to make sure to keep the peace, basically. So I have no problem with the police doing their job and protecting this Unite the Right rally, and even giving them an escort to get to where the rally was happening. But the best part to me, again, is that there were more counter-protesters than protesters, because I think that shows that in an actual marketplace of ideas, and again, I know that term is kind of played out and it almost sounds goofy when you say it because it's so played out, but I think it is true that as a general rule, the good ideas typically kick the bad ideas' asses. Now, sometimes that doesn't happen, but I think most of the time that does happen. And It happened last year also, where there was the rally, and then you had the terrorist run over Heather Heyer, and then at the very next event, where it was supposed to be a similar event, like a week later or something, or a day later, I don't remember, but there were like a dozen dudes who showed up on the right, and then like thousands on the left. And that's how it should be. That's how it should be, because then we could actually show them that, hey, you're not as popular as you think you are. They get more popular when you allow them to go, not rebutted, and they're hidden in the deep dark corners of the internet, and they're marginalized as a matter of official policy through censorship, through deplatforming and stuff like that. I think that's when it gets worse. That's when it festers. When it's out in the open, well, then it's easier to address it and respond to it, and to convince people that it's actually just stupid. So overall, this is hilarious, because thankfully nobody got hurt. I didn't see any reports of anybody getting hurt. And it really fizzled out very quickly, and it was so embarrassing that even the Daily Stormer was like, wow, this really sucked, didn't it?